Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Marie of Marisi Pet Care and Marisi Enterprises. The Marisi Enterprises, I know, not very creative names, but that's not where my forte is. Marisi Enterprises, on this channel, I have two channels. On this channel, I make videos about making money, saving money, and living life on your own terms. I've also sprinkled in quite a bit of health videos for people that are going through some health challenges that similar to what I've been going through, just so that I can help other people, because I noticed there wasn't a lot of content about that. But if you're here for see the issues that are important to me, I thought I'd share them and talk about them. One that was really important to me that I've been working on for the last 2 years is becoming debt-free. And I had about $20,000 of credit card debt. I hadn't had any. I had had a couple major things go wrong. I had my condo had flooded, and I had done some upgrades around the house. I have 5 grandkids. I was spending too much money on them at Christmas and birthdays, and I've got 4 animals. So really things that I should have been cash flowing, I was putting on credit cards. My work that I do is I'm a full-time pet sitter and dog walker, and it can be seasonal. Most of the dog walking is not, but some of the pet sitting can be seasonal. And I wasn't planning properly. There's really no excuse. I mean, we all know that if we're in credit card debt, we probably didn't have a major life thing that caused it. And if it did, it was because we didn't have any savings. Anyway, I'm rambling. This video is not to shame anybody. I'm just telling you, I had it and it's gone. I paid my last credit card off last week, and I'm thrilled. But I do have to say that as much focus as I've been giving the credit card debt relief, or elimination rather, there was no relief, there was just pure hard work. My animals are all around me. Do you see this? And Betty, come here. Look, this one too. Come on, Betty. Look at this. I've got them all. They all want to be in on the video. Betty, see? Anyway, okay, you guys gotta go take a nap. Debt elimination. So 2 years ago, around this time, I decided enough was enough. I was having a hard time paying the minimums on them because I had just accumulated too much. I was shopping too much. I was buying whatever shoes I wanted. I was buying things for the house. I was doing home improvements, and I wasn't really paying attention. And not paying attention is the quickest way for me to let my debt get out of control and to gain weight. I've noticed that the two are very similar. I've struggled with money and weight my whole life. I've got the debt under control. Last year around this time, I had the weight under control. And it's a lifelong struggle. I'm never done. And I know that with the debt. I can't go back to using those credit cards. I have to have cash. So I started a cash envelope system last fall, and that worked really well for me. I'm still using the cash envelope system for some of my expenses, not all of them. I have sinking funds that I contribute to each month for things that come up that are always going to come up, but they don't necessarily come up every month. My fixed expenses, I pay out of my checking account. I have one checking account that all I do with that one is pay bills. And I don't buy anything. I don't do any shopping out of the account. That is just bills. If I'm going to do any shopping or any discretionary money, that comes out of an envelope. I've set that aside. That has really reined it in. I've also eliminated eating out. I eliminated everything. In order to get $20,000 paid off in 2 years for me on a dog walker salary, I had to get really serious. I knew it wouldn't last forever. I knew that there would be relief at the end of the tunnel, and I'm there. I finally got to the point where I'm debt-free. The thing that I'm going to watch for is to make sure that I stay that way. I treated myself to a couple things that I thought about it, and I thought, what do I really want? What would really make me happy and feel like a good reward? And I had brain surgery in March, and the hardest thing for me to take care of around the house was the house. And people wanted to bring me food, they wanted to help in that way, but what I really needed was help cleaning. So I hired a housekeeper to come in twice a month to clean my condo, and I love it. The place is clean, it's sparkling. I'm still not supposed to be bending over and doing a lot of manual labor where I have to bend over, where my head would be lower than my waist. And so it's been hard for me to keep the place clean with all these animals and all this hair. So the housekeeper, I did that last Monday or this last Monday, and I just love coming home to a clean house. The second thing that I've treated myself to was last Sunday, I got an hour massage. I found a place that was affordable. It was $65 for an hour. They gave a great massage. I tipped them, and that was something that I would like to do on a regular basis too, probably maybe once a month, just as a treat, because I love massages and I wanted to treat myself. I wanted to do something that felt really good. And then the third thing that I'm doing tomorrow is I'm having a group of girls over for brunch. My place, if you saw my last video about the bathroom, you know, I had a little catastrophe in my bathroom and bedroom, and I had workers in here for a few weeks. But they did so much extra work, just out of the goodness of their heart. And they finished my flooring in my living room and my dining room. They fixed up my bathroom, replaced my vanity. I got a new countertop in there, and I'm loving my condo so much. I mean, it's not a fancy condo, but for me, I've made so much progress in the last month that I want to share it and I want to entertain. I didn't want to entertain before. I had a lot of projects that were on my list that I wanted to do before I invited people over. Now, I do want to say that none of my friends would have cared. They would have come over anyway. They would have had a good time. They would have been happy to come. But I just didn't want to have people in a space that I didn't like. And there were a lot of things about this place that I didn't like. Over the last few years, if you've watched some of my home improvement projects, you've seen that I've painted this whole place. I had really nasty 40-year-old carpet in here when I first got it, and that's been ripped out, and I've got really nice hardwood, not hardwood, but vinyl plank flooring now. It's everywhere. I've made all the furniture, I've painted most of the furniture. A lot of it was secondhand or hand-me-downs, and because I like that kind of style anyway. But the flooring's been redone. What I have left to do is the kitchen, but it's not bad. I'd like new countertops and cabinets, but I've got all new appliances already. So I'm almost done getting this place fixed up, which is a really good feeling because I've been working on this place since 2018 when I got it. So debt-free, I owe a teeny tiny little bit on my mortgage, and I'm not focused on paying that off early because I can make more in investments than my interest rate, so I'm not going to worry about it. My mortgage is going to be paid off in 4 years anyway, and the rates are low, so I'm just going to make the monthly payments unless I come into a big wad of cash. But even then, I'd probably put it in savings or invest it. The other things that I did, I didn't just splurge when I got my credit cards paid off. I was making $1,000 in minimum payments per month on the credit cards. Not making those anymore. So I did treat myself to a massage and the housekeeper, but there's still a lot of money left over. So what I did was the remaining, I split, and I've got it automatically being deposited to my Roth IRA and my high yield savings account. My high yield savings account is my short-term cash for emergencies and other big ticket items that I may want to buy down the road. I may want a car in a few years, so that's where I'm going to put that kind of money. I may not pay cash for it, but I may if I have enough money in there. If not, it'll be a big down payment or it'll just be leverage. My credit score is 771 on Equifax. My TransUnion and my Experian are not far behind. They're all over between 750 and 770 right now. And not all of my credit cards have posted that they're paid off yet either, so that's exciting. So my credit has gone way up. It was in the 600s when I had all that debt, just because of the burden of the debt. I didn't have late payments, I didn't have collections or charge-offs or anything like that, but I just had a lot of debt, and my credit utilization was really high. And the good thing about that is when you drop the credit utilization, your score goes up. Now, I do know credit pretty well. I was a finance manager at a car dealership for 20 years. Not my dream job, but I did learn a lot of really useful things there. I learned about what's important to your credit. I learned how to negotiate. I learned how to sell things. And those are all good life skills that I take with me and use almost every day. So I don't regret having been in the car business for 20 years. but I much prefer what I do now, getting paid to play with dogs and go outside and exercise and stay at lovely homes. So I just wanted to share this because if you're struggling with credit card debt, you too can be debt-free. You just got to get, you know how to do it already. You know that you've got to get more money coming in, you've got to have more money, less money going out, and you have to stop using the credit cards. If you're at a point where you're using your credit cards every month and not paying them off in full, then there's something wrong with your budget. You've got to switch it. And it's not rocket science. It's just hard. You know, it's simple. What do they say? It's simple, but it's not easy. You know, it takes determination. We know what our problems are. We don't need to, you know, Google it or watch a video and try and figure out the magic or the secret to paying off debt. There is none. You just got to do it. You know, it's a math problem. And we all know it's basic math. You know, you have to stop using the credit cards and you have to pay them off. I mean, but it's so hard. You know, it's so hard to give up things for months or years. I mean, it's not quick when you get yourself really deeply in debt. And you know, $20,000 for one person may be something they pay off in full each month, but for me, it was a lot. You know, a lot of people, it just climbs and climbs and climbs. And you know, we didn't do it in a month. We did it over years, you know, and each year it was a little bit worse. And then we thought, oh, well, we'll do this. And especially if you see something on sale and you're like, oh, that's such a good price, I'll swipe my credit card and pay it off at the end of the month. And then you don't. So then the deal that you got isn't even a deal anymore because you're paying 16, 17, 20, 30% interest on it. You know, and some of the cards that I got as backups for emergency when I was faced with my surgery were 34%. That's a ton of money. You know, it doesn't sound like a ton of money, but it is. When you figure that's on the balance every year, over and over and over again. You know, in 3 years' time, you've more than paid off the loan, but just in interest. So you've doubled what I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, it's not rocket science. It's doable. I did it on a low to average income. It's not even average. I'm a low income. I stretch it. I don't have a big income at all, but I did it. I'm happy. I've treated myself a little bit, and I'm going to start having people over more because my place is lovely and I can afford it. So I made this video to encourage you. I know I rambled, and I'm sorry. My animals wanted in on it. I'm still waiting for my hair to grow back, so I tried out a red one this time. Just having fun. This is a wig, of course. I had surgery in March that shaved the back of my head, and then I had radiation in June and July, and so half of the hair in the back of my head is still missing, but it's starting to grow back. It's still very funky, so I'm just having some fun with some wigs right now. But I hope that you have a great day, and if you're buried in debt, just pick the small. You know what I did? I did there's two different types of ways that you can pay it off. One is called the avalanche, where you attack the credit cards with the highest interest rate first because that'll save you the most money. Mathematically, that is the best choice. Psychologically, there's another one where you go after the smallest loans first so that you can have easy wins. That's the one I did. I did the snowball effect. I did the snowball effect until I was almost done, and then I went after the interest rate. I did kind of a combination of the two. But I did start with the snowball method. And you know, Dave Ramsey has a lot of good videos on this, on how to do it, but it's really not that hard. Just stop using them and pay them off. And if you have good credit and you can get a 0% interest rate on a credit card, and you can transfer the balances and do that will make it happen faster because you'll be paying more of your money, more of your payments will go towards the principal instead of just paying all those nasty interest rates. So you know, that's what I got. I've got no debt, and have a great day. I'll talk to you later.